Hi everybody, Annie Beaudoin again. I'm coming today to talk about business visitors to work without a work permit. This applies mainly to US companies that do a lot of business in Canada, but it can apply to a lot of other countries where their employees want to enter Canada for usually a short period of time. They're gonna be performing work in Canada, but they're gonna meet a specific exemption, allowing them to go work in Canada as a business visitor. And they will not need to apply, pay, and wait for a work permit. They can do that all upon entry at the border when they cross into Canada. So this is what we call a business visitor authorization to work without a work permit under the International Mobility Program. There's two very specific criteria that the officer will look at when you try to enter Canada. The first one is the primary source of income or salary or business activity remains outside Canada? And second, is the principal place of business where the profit is being accrued also primarily outside Canada? If you meet those two requirements, you're already pre-qualifying for that exemption, and you can send your employees for a short period of time, a few days to a few weeks, to work in Canada for a Canadian client without having to apply for a work permit. Most of the time, the work that's being performed is in a very specific field, or the duties to be performed are very specific. And it is considered part of what we call after-sales service as part of a warranty, a contract, purchase order, or a sale agreement. So let's say, for example, you sold equipment, software equipment to a Canadian company, and you need to go there. You need to send your engineer, your technician for 5 days to set it up, to create remote access, to provide some training. If you meet very specific requirements, you can send your employees without having to wait for a work permit application to be approved. Of course, you will have to show that the employees that you're sending have specialized knowledge. They are very qualified to perform this work, and no one else in Canada can do it. So if you send employees to Canada, you are tired of having to apply for a work permit, contact us. We can look to see if you meet the exemption to enter as a business visitor without having to apply for a work permit. So it is based on a lot of factors that we can look at with you, and the contract or the purchase order will need to be very specific and detailed to ensure that your employees do not encounter any issues when they try to enter Canada without a work permit, even though they're going to work in Canada, because they're going to be remaining on your payroll from a company in the US or outside of Canada. We hope this was useful. If you have any questions, please contact us. We'll be happy to provide assistance in establishing whether or not the work permit is required, because there are some occasions where it is, or if you can use that exemption and send your employees very quickly under the business visitor. Thank you.